UNESCO and universal literacy. Let's see the role UNESCO, a United Nations subgroup, has done in terms of universal literacy. UNESCO, for over 65 years, has worked to ensure that literacy remains a priority on national and international agendas. UNESCO is the United Nations Education and Scientific Council. What this does is, it makes sure that the governments in different countries don't forget that their top priority is universal literacy. We want to see a literate world. And the only way we will see a literate world is when everyone, or mostly everyone, in the different countries become literate, especially in the third world, the so-called developing and underdeveloped nations. This is not so much of an issue with the developed world, but it is an issue with the underdeveloped and developing world. Unless we keep universal literacy on our agendas and talk about it and bring it to the forefront every so often, this is not going to become a reality. We want a literal world. Through its formal and non-formal literacy programs. See, we are not talking of universal education. We are talking of universal literacy. And so, formal or non-formal means will work. Because all we want people to be able to do is to read and understand, write and understand, do simple quantitative skills and understand, and be able to use the computer and have some computer skills. So formal or non-formal, both will work. Either will work. We don't need formal education because we are only talking of universal literacy. We want people to be literate. When people are literate, particularly the younger lot, universal education will follow. That's the key. Literacy is the key. And why is UNESCO doing this? What is the purpose? UNESCO is looking at a literal world. At some point, they would want the world to be literate. We want a literate Pakistan. At some point, we would like to be able to say that 92-95% of our population is literate. That shows success. That will show progress. That will show development. But how is it going to happen? It will happen through commitment and passion. We have to find the individuals who are committed and ready. And as teachers and people in education, really, we are those individuals. We should be those individuals who have a desire and a passion to make Pakistan literate. Not just do our job in the classroom, teach, walk away, give a report card, collect a salary check. That is not the job of a teacher. The job of a teacher and people in education really is to bring about universal literacy and then work towards universal education. Are we willing to do that? Because if we are willing to do that, it is not an easy task. We will have to walk the extra mile. Every year, UNESCO offers a prize for the activities of outstanding individuals, governments or governmental agencies and NGOs whose work in literacy serves rural adults, particularly women and girls. Lots of key things to understand here. Reward outstanding individuals, not just everybody. Outstanding individuals are people who have gone beyond their call of duty and worked to create a literate individual or a literate community or a literate society and has put in more beyond his or her call of duty. That's the definition of outstanding, whether it is individuals, government organizations, NGOs, doesn't matter. In whatever form, whoever is willing to put in the extra time and effort, this will work. Particularly in the rural areas. Why? Because in the cities, in the urban areas, life is so much more comfortable. Life is way more difficult in the rural areas. And very many people are not interested in leading a difficult life in the rural areas. You have to struggle. And it doesn't end with the rural areas. It ends with the women and girls becoming literate in the rural areas. And in our society, men can't go and teach women and girls in rural areas. They will have to be women. Where are we going to find these women who are willing to go and work with women and girls in villages, in rural areas, away from their homes, and make them into literate individuals for a better, prosperous Pakistan in the future?